Hello, I'm Helmet Head and this is the Honda NC750 and it's the DCT and it's here, well, for the 11 out of 10 review. But let's start with a closer look at this mighty beast. Well, it's definitely not a bad looker, but what do you get for the money? Well, Honda have said that they've listened to all of their customers and they have changed this bike from the old version to the version that we've got today. And they're saying they've improved it so much, it is a proper motorcycle tourer. Well, the engine, well, that's a 745cc, giving you 58 brake horsepower, and I kid you not, 69 newton meters of torque. Well, the NC isn't a light beast weighing 226 kilograms, but do you know what? It doesn't feel too bad. And the seat height of this, well, it's 802 millimeters, meaning at 5'8", I can flat foot it really easily. It's got very low seat height indeed. It has beautiful LED lights all the way around. It's got a lovely 5-inch TFT display, not huge, but plentiful. If you want to spend a little bit extra, you can get a touring pack that actually comes with this screen that can go up and go down, so you're going to get rid of all that wind drag when you're out on the motorway. And of course, wouldn't it be rude if we didn't have a little listen to this exhaust? Now, stopping power on the NC, well, it's dual disc, so you know it's going to stop on a dime. Now, one of its party tricks is it has a man frunk, so you can put your man things in there, potentially hold about 10 beers. It has Showa suspension, and according to Honda, it will give you an elegantly smooth ride. But this bike comes in at $7.5 grand. And if you want all of the extras, because this bike is fully loaded, panniers, touring screen, the lot, well, that'll put you at £12,500. So let's see what £12,500 worth of Honda gets you out on the road. So here we are, out on the road. Now this NC750 is the DCT. If you're not sure what the DCT is, basically it's an automatic. There's no clutch. You can get a cheaper version with a clutch and gears, but Honda say the DCT is so refined, they've spent so much time refining it, it will change gears smoothly and quicker than you could possibly, and you will hardly notice a gear change whatsoever at all. Anyway, we need to do a 0 to 60. I enjoy a 0 to 60. That was definitely a smooth power delivery all the way through there. Just smooth and go. Did not throw me back. Obviously there's a lot of driver's aids. We are on a wet day, maybe traction control, but very smooth delivery. Okay, let's move straight on to initial comfort, how I feel. Well, the pegs on this are slightly back, giving it more of an aggressive, sportier feel. This has bar risers on. This bike's just full of every extra possible. So my arms are nice and high up here with some really good bend. Without them, again, you're slightly over, giving it that more sporty position. So legs back. When it comes down to the seat itself, that to me actually feels a lot better. Again though, this Honda has the comfort seat that's an added extra, because the old NC, all the complaints were about the seat, and I know that well because I rode the old NC across Japan, and you know what, I was in absolute agony. I hated that bike because of the seat, where this at the moment to me feels firm and supportive, not a cushion, firm and supportive, what could be a good thing. Okay, so that lovely 5-inch display is really clear. It's a very nice display, I've got to say. Big rev counter across the top, miles per hour, nice and big. You've got the total miles that the bike's done underneath. You've got your fuel gauge. I think that fuel gauge is a little bit small if I was honest, but it's got a fuel gauge on it as well. It says it's in rain mode. It knows it's in rain mode. That's really clever. And you've got all the stuff to do with your connectivity on the right hand side. So yeah, quite a nice display with everything that you could possibly want. And also with the screen, it's got Bluetooth connectivity, so you can see there, connects to your phone and you can navigate on it and it will give you the left and the right, etc. What's quite cool indeed. But it's not a full-on screen for your sat nav, so bear that in mind. Okay, let's move on to switch gear. Well, over here we've got heated grips. Again, it's another extra. This is why this bike's priced at 12.5 grand instead of the 7.5. But you've got Honda heated grips here. But the actual switch gear itself, well, that is like a games console of buttons, isn't it? There's a lot going on here. I mean, it looks epic, but this will go through the modes on the screen. So again, you can sort your sat nav out, change everything you want to change on there. That little joysticks for that there. You've also got your mode button here, so you can change into the different modes. And then you've got your horn. Let's have a listen to that horn. Oh, manly horn. Indicators, usual indicators, left, right, press to cancel, and then you can manually shift on the DCT. So you've got a button on the top of this where you can change up gear if you want to, and a button on the bottom. Like a Formula 1 car, you go to go through the gears. But I've owned a DCT in the past, and to be honest, you rarely use that. And then on the right hand side, some simple and easy controls over here. Kill switch at the top. The button underneath that switches it from drive to manual mode or into neutral, meaning if you want to do it in manual mode and use this like a gearbox, you can if you so wish. And then underneath that, you've got your hazards. So the switch gear, it's pretty nice, to be honest. It's pretty nice. There's a lot of it, but it is pretty nice. This bike also has in the front a USB port. So if you want to do any charging from buying this bike new, you can pop your phone in there and give it a charge. Okay, so this engine, let's go back to it. It is a bike, what I would say is just smooth. It has a nice smooth solid power delivery. It is not a throw you back in the back of the chair. It's not a whoosh, but a constant smooth delivery of power. It comes down to these twists on a little bit of a wet day today, but because it's got this more aggressive feeling with the pegs being back, you feel a little bit sporting and it's a little bit fruity to take on the bends. So it does want you to give it some. It has that feeling. This is the kind of bike that gives you that confidence, especially around the bends. To be fair, with this touring screen, I'm getting hardly any wind whatsoever on me at all. Look at this for a bend. In, out, and then a solid power delivery coming out. Now the engine on these, what's really cool is it's down low, meaning that weight distribution is low on its centre of gravity, and again gives you that real planted feeling on the road. And when you stop, it feels super light because the engine is deep down low. I like that. It definitely feels like a comfortable place you could sit on and ride all day long. And it has really minimal vibration. When you first accelerate, definitely get this sort of low down slight vibration, but it smooths out really quickly. And this suspension, well, it just soaks up the bumps all day long. So very smooth and elegant ride. Well, with the ride review done, we need to look at, well, the looks of the bike, don't we? What's it look like when you're out on the road? Well, let's find out. Well, the Honda NC750, there's so much to like about this bike. The low seat height means that you can easily flat foot it, and I like that being slightly shorter rider. Having the front for accessibility, you can just open up, dive in and grab whatever you actually need. The engine being quite low as well gives you that low centre of gravity, meaning that when you are on the twisters, it's been quite a fun place. The engine itself, the power delivery is nice and smooth. It's not going to throw you back, but it's a nice solid amount of power
power throughout the rev range. So this bike, for me, well, do you know what? It's the perfect bike if you wanted to go on a massive tour. It's comfortable, massive panniers, everything you need. So if you're looking for a great tourer, the Honda NC750 is the one for you. So if you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to let me know by hitting that thumbs up. And if you're interested in more bike reviews, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time here on Helmet Head with our next bike under review.